long story short, the Jeep drives like butt. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, or as always, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Today, working on the Jeep, I got some control arm bracket drops. And this is the control arm bracket drop kit from Rough Country. I'm gonna put it on there because, long story short, the Jeep drives like butt. You're going down the road, it'll be straight, and then it'll just wanna take off one direction, or you know, whatever. I took it to the alignment shop and the alignment was good, but the caster angle in the pinion was like 2. I think it's supposed to be like 4 at least to have like a decent ride, and I think factory is like 6. So I'm gonna hopefully put these in and get it riding hopefully a lot better, because it's almost to the point now where we don't even really like to drive it. We don't like to drive it like short distances, because if it's any longer than 30-45 minutes away, we're tired by the time we get there, because we're sitting there fighting the thing, trying to keep it on the road. It's a little scary at sometimes, but you know, I'm just trying to get that fixed. We love the thing, my wife loves the thing, it's one of her dream cars, and we're real bummed out that, you know, we almost don't like to drive it places. Hopefully this will get it fixed. Like I said, this is from Rough Country. No, I'm not sponsored. I just bought it because hoping it would work, rather than spending $250 on adjustable control arms. This was like 120, I think, something like that, and it's just a lot cheaper, a lot easier. You don't got to take it to an alignment shop again. You just put this in and it's there. So I'm gonna get to putting this on, but I want to show you guys something first. In the instructions that it gives you, these are all the parts. These are the brackets. They're technically a 2-piece, and they'll sandwich together, and I'll show you guys how all that works. But in the instructions, it tells you have to cut off the bolt, at least for these years, the 07 to 18, I believe. They say you have to cut off the bolt on the passenger side upper control arm mount. I didn't have to, because I figured out if you take the control arm off of the axle itself, you can, you know, swing it. You don't want to move it too much to mess that bushing up, but you can swing it just a little bit, and you can drop it and have it to where you can wiggle that bolt and get it just enough room to squeeze past that exhaust pipe. So if you have custom exhaust, you probably won't have to worry about it, but if you have the factory cats and everything like this one does, you'll probably have to mess with that. But with all that being said, let's get into this install and taking the rest of the control arms off. I already got the upper passenger out. I'm gonna work on the lower passenger and get that whole side put in, and then go to the other side, work on that one. So let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, I've already got the whole upper control arm on the passenger side out. We're upside down right now. This is the exhaust, and I'm gonna work on this lower right now. And you always want to be safe. I got jack stands there just in case the thing decides to roll. It's gonna catch and not kill me, but practice safety first. So I'm gonna get this one out. I believe this one is a 21 or a 22. So that is a 21. Alright, so that is the lower control arm disconnected. So now we'll grab our mount. So this one's the outer mount, the one with this smaller opening. Or this is the, yeah, outer mount. This one's the inner mount, the one with the bigger stuff to it. Just take this small end. We'll go up here in place of the old control arm. Now you've got all your hardware here. So the two littler collars are going to go up top with that 18mm bolt on the upper control arm, and then these two bigger ones are going to be your 21mm on the bottom. Okay, so I figured I'd get some light going in here because it's starting to get a little dark. Got the bottom here, upper up here. Gonna go ahead and throw in our upper. Okay, so the upper's put in right here. All I gotta do is attach it up at the axle now. And you'll use your factory stuff for that. Now these bottom ones, they get a cam bolt, and they bag up your little cam bolts. Alright, so now that all this is connected, I'm gonna go ahead and start tightening the bracket down, and then tighten up the control arms, and then this side should be done. And then with this cam bolt, I'm gonna adjust it all the way forward, just because I think it'll probably just end up riding better like that in my case. So yeah, I'm gonna start tightening all this up. I'll go ahead and do all that off camera, and I'll bring you back to it and show what it all looks like tightened up and good to go. Okay, so as you can see, I got that on. I got my cam bolt all the way forward like I said I was gonna do. Got my brackets, they look good. Sleeves up in there. You've got this one. These both are 22 millimeters on both sides. And these new ones they give you up here, this one's 3/4 or 19, and that other one's an 18. So be sure you got those tools. And I've got this entire bracket tightened up. The only thing I gotta do is tighten that up, and then I'm done with the passenger side. And then I'll probably wait till in the morning to do that driver's side. I'm gonna get to tighten that up, and yeah, the next time you see me, it'll probably be tomorrow morning. All right, guys, so it's the next day, next morning. As you can see, the bracket is in there, all tightened up. Excuse my light at the top. Control arms in and tight. So now I'm gonna work on this side, getting that upper one off and this lower one off, and then putting that new bracket in, and then we'll be done. We can take her on a test drive. Alright guys, so that side's in, all torqued up. This side's in, all torqued up. And honestly, a lot of people say they're worried about ground clearance, but it doesn't really bring it that much lower than the frame. You can see the frame, then your skid plate for your transmission is about the same height. But now my control arms are all straight. It did bring my axle up quite a bit, and that's what we wanted. It took a little bit more elbow grease than I initially thought, probably just because the Jeep got 90,000 miles on it now, so getting up there in mileage. It's probably why it's just a little bit harder than it probably will be for some of you if you guys get this kit. But still, wasn't all that bad, just a little frustrating, a little bit of hammering, stuff like that. But I'm gonna go get cleaned up because I'm disgusting, and then I'm gonna take this thing out on a test drive and see if that helped or if it made it worse. So I'll see you out there. All right guys, so here we are on the Jeep, pulling out. Let's see how she wants to act. Alright, so I'm not gonna really start judging this until we get to about, I don't know, 45, 50-ish, because that's normally the time it gets real sketchy. So I do have to straighten the steering wheel up. I think from where we knocked the axle forward, it just kind of kinked the steering wheel a little bit. But it says we have to do that in the instructions, so I've only gotten up to about 40, and I mean, it felt pretty solid, so get up to about 50, 55, try to, and that'll be the real breaker. All right, guys, so we're going about 60 right now, and I mean, the steering's a little loose. I can definitely feel that. But as far as the Jeep wanting to stay in the lane, not jerking side to side, it's a whole lot better. I'm not sitting here having to fight it. It's definitely, like I said, going to take some getting used to because it's a little bit looser than it was before. I'm sure that's probably because the wheels are wanting to stay straight this time. But yeah, I'm not fighting it at all. And I believe this is a win. So obviously with all my videos, I try to do kind of like a longevity type deal. So I'll definitely come back to this after a little bit and tell you guys how it's holding up and all that, but let me turn around. But as of right now, it's a world of difference. This thing used to want to jerk and pull and run off everywhere. And sometimes it would be okay, like sometimes it wouldn't be that bad, but then other times I'd almost want to park this thing and never touch it again, because it would get pretty intense. I'm sure any one of you guys that have a lifted Jeep that has the stock control arms, you probably know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you could try this and get rid of it, because I was gonna get adjustables, but they're a little more expensive, and then I found this kit. And you can get a different kit, but that one's also just about as much as adjustable control arms. So I mean, if you want to get that kit, you might as well just get adjustable control arms. But this one's about half the price, and I mean, I have no complaints whatsoever. The Jeep is straight, it's driving good, I'm not fighting it. I would definitely recommend this kit to anybody, and it's fairly simple to install. I mean, I did it in my driveway. Yeah, there was some choice words involved and a little bit of hammering, but that's gonna be anything you got to do, especially if you don't have the 100% right tools to do everything. Now, going to tools, you'll only really need about 4 wrenches for this, and then if you really want to cut that bolt off, you can get a sawzall or skill saw. Make it a little bit easier. You wouldn't have to take off that other upper control arm, but really just 4 wrenches, probably a hammer, a pry bar, and you can do this in your driveway. I think that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. I hope if you guys have a Jeep and you want to help it drive a little bit better, and you don't have adjustable control arms, you have the stock control arms, that, you know, just try this out. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about anything I did, I know I didn't really go too in depth with it, but just leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you like the stuff I'm putting out and want to see more. Follow me on all my socials, Instagram, Facebook. I got a channel email now if you need to contact me for any reason. All that'll be down in the description below. I've got a Twitter now, that's new. Go follow that. And if you really want to, just tweet at me and let me know what you guys want to see with the Jeep. If you guys want us to off-road it, you know, we can try that. I'm just gonna wrap up this video, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Again, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.